Hey, welcome back to my channel. My name's Katie and this is Catherine the 19th, and today I'm going to chat with you about how I organize my vlog footage. I am a huge dork for file organization, so I can't wait to share with you how I have decided to sort out all of my different video footage and keep it organized for future use. When you're making videos as frequently as 3 times a week up to daily, it's really important to keep all of your footage organized, or else you're gonna very quickly be in a mess in terms of storage. And this is something that I have definitely gone through myself because I haven't always been this organized, and I've had some really full hard drives in the past. About this time last year, I started to have hard drive issues with the internal hard drive on my laptop, and I had to get it replaced. And since then, I have been a huge stickler about making sure that everything is organized and backed up so that I won't lose anything. So let's jump into my files and I'll show you my system. The first part of that, of course, is a hard drive. This is just a Seagate 2 terabyte HHD. So I have one SSD, which is in my laptop, which is where all of my applications and stuff are stored. But in terms of actual footage and assets for videos, it's all on here. I have this one labeled YouTube because I have 3 different external hard drives, one for YouTube, one for my freelance work, and one that is an archive of old YouTube stuff. Because this is just 2 terabytes, so I have a 3 terabyte that backs up old stuff. So let's jump into the old MacBook Pro and I'll show you around. Welcome to the front page of my hard drive. I don't know if other people do this. I like to have everything kind of split into even categories. So on my YouTube hard drive, it's actually not just YouTube, it's also my random personal files. So the few old home videos that I have and that kind of thing I keep on here as well, but it's not like a huge portion of the hard drive. If we jump into the YouTube folder, you see that I have everything organized into 3 main categories as well as 2 supplementary folders. So basically how it works is these assets and metadata folders I have for all 3 of my YouTube channels. And then I have K19 2018, so these are all of my Catherine the 19th videos. I have Katie Elaine, which is my side beauty channel, and I have Katie the Mennonite, which is my other side channel. So right now, these don't have a lot in them. As you can see, there isn't a ton of video folders in here. Whereas in K19 2018, this is my main kind of organizational system. I have a folder for every month, which I label using the number of the month, followed by an underscore, followed by the name of the month. So 01 January, 02 February. Basically, this allows me to keep them organized by order of when they come in the year, rather than alphabetical, because if it was alphabetical, April would be first, and that would just throw off my groove.
No! You threw off my groove!
Also, you may have noticed if you're a newbie to file organization, using special characters like underscores and asterisks will make sure that that folder comes at the very front of your alphabetical organization. So you might have noticed that over here, my assets and metadata, I use an underscore to keep those at the front. And then in here, I keep my thumbnails at the very front. So diving into these individually, let's look at January. Basically, in each individual folder, I have 3 subfolders: exports, footage, and project file. This originated when I started daily vlogging in 2017, but basically what I do is I have just one project file pretty much for the entire month, and then I will create sequences within that which allow me to have separate videos in the same project. But I just find that's easy, especially if I want to use callback footage. This year I've started doing something where I kind of do a review video at the end of every month, so that makes it really easy to just copy and paste clips over from previous sequences rather than having to re-import all the footage. So I have one project file for every month, and then I have a folder where I keep all of the footage. This year, because I've been doing less just straight daily vlogging and more topical videos, my organizational system has shifted from just using numbers to using a number and then underscore the title of the video, or some keyword that is associated with the title. So for January, I have 01 underscore iPhone apps, and then within that folder is all of the footage and the audio clips that are associated with that video, or like 04_freelance pricing. Then I have all my clips and my audio file. So that's pretty much how I organize it. So now going back, not only do I see the order that I filmed it in, but I also know what exactly that video was about. In addition, I also have an exports folder, which is basically all of the final videos that I uploaded that month. So here you can see I made 13 in January, and so they are all labeled similarly to the folders, which is, the number _ the topic. I find this is really good because I can see at the same time what each video is about, but also what the sequential order of uploading was. So that's pretty much the structure for each of these. So if we dive into February, you'll see I have the same thing, a project file, all of the rendering folders are there as well. Footage is organized by number as well as topic. And then I have exports where I keep all of my final things. Sometimes I also have a folder like this for Instagram where if I've exported specific things to upload to Instagram, that's where they will be. I think I'm going to start doing more of that because I want to keep getting my content across platforms. So that's pretty much my organizational structure for my footage and project files and exports. In terms of thumbnails, basically, as you can see, there are a lot of thumbnails in here. My naming structure for this is that when I am taking screenshots within Premiere Pro, I will label things basically the number of the vlog. So like I showed before, the export clip and the folder with the original footage all have a number associated with them. And that number is literally what order I uploaded them throughout the year. So it's not even the month. January it was 1 to 13, and then February started on 14 to whatever. And by the end of the year, it'll be, 100 whatever. So I start the screen capture file name with the number, then .1, .2, .3, basically like a version number. So I'll take, say, 4 different screenshots that could be potential thumbnails while I'm editing, say, vlog 13, and then I will label them 13.1, 13.2, 13.3. So then later on, I can just select, say, all of the 11s and import them into Photoshop and then choose which one I want to use for my actual thumbnail, or sometimes I'll maybe use more than one. Then when I export them with the title _01_14, and then that will be like the finished thumbnail. So as you can see here, I have all these finished ones that have been edited, and then further down here, you'll see like the originals with no editing. So that's how I like to keep myself organized. I feel like it's pretty straightforward, but I know that everybody has a different system, and I know some people really struggle with keeping their computers organized. That's definitely been me in the past, but lately I have become obsessed with having a file structure that I strictly follow. I have a lot of folders within folders, which I get as maybe overkill, but I appreciate it for the sake of knowing exactly where everything is. And I also think that you can't underestimate the importance of naming things with a system. Make sure that you have a file name structure, because it'll allow you to search for and look up old files when you need them someday. If you are someone who is regularly creating photos or videos, I cannot stress enough how important it is for you to come up with a file organization system so that you don't lose your stuff, because I have spent way too many years re-exporting things as final exclamation point, final for real this time, trying to organize things that is just not in a sustainable way. So really make sure that you have a structure that accounts for times when you're gonna have to export multiple versions of things, or when you're gonna have to, number things so that you know what order they were in. I just really suggest getting that and putting it in place, because as much as it seems overwhelming to adopt that, once you have it sorted out, you are really gonna appreciate it. I hope this was useful to you. Please let me know in the comments below if you have any other questions about file organization or how you can kind of start this system, because I know it can be hard to start it. Once you have it going, it's really easy to follow through, but setting things up can be difficult. Please like this video if you found it helpful. I really appreciate it. And also make sure to hit the subscribe button below so you don't miss any of my future videos. I upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. As always, I love you all. I hope you're following your dreams, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.